Tonight, the Deputy Commissioner of Police says as investigations into a spate of violence in Vieux Fort progress, he is not ruling out the possibility of a serial killer wreaking havoc in the southern town. Supporters of the ruling United Workers' Party and opposition St. Lucia Labour Party go head-to-head outside Parliament.
Give the Prime Minister his chance to work.
Chasle must go.
And Minister for External Affairs Sarah Flood-Bobra is not backing down from her statement made about St. Lucia's stance on Venezuela. We have the details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovely and Amy Joseph.
It is Tuesday, 29th January 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 Nightly News on Flow Channel 117, also being simulcast on Kiss FM 105.5 and 105.9. I am Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Deputy Commissioner of Police Milton Daisy is not ruling out the possibility of a serial killer wreaking havoc in Bruceville Vieux Fort. He says investigations into the matter are ongoing to see if there are any links with the recent spate of gun violence in that area. Rochelle Gonzalez begins our reporting.
The southern town of Vieux Fort has been rocked with a series of extreme violence over the past few days, resulting in the death of one man and the shooting of two others. Following the three shootings, including the homicide of 30-year-old Melvin George, it was reported that the assailant was a lone gunman wearing a hoodie. This has sparked concerns that the incidents were perpetrated by the same person. Addressing the concerns was Deputy Commissioner of Police Milton Daisy, who didn't deny the possibility, but said it is being looked into.
That we cannot say now. I know that one individual was arrested yesterday for one of the shootings. So we would have to process all the evidence that we have and then to see if that individual is linked in any way or form to the others. So it's only then you could say that this person that is a serial killer.
Although speculation is rife that the multiple cases are linked, DCP Daisy said the possibility is being examined.
We are investigating the entire thing to find out the motive and so on, and it's then we would realize whether one was linked to the other. At that point, I cannot say whether they were linked to each other.
DCP Daisy said whilst there has been an increase in gun violence, there has also been an increase in gun confiscation by the police. This, he said, shows that they are out there and are working hard to get guns off the streets. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
Thank you, Rochelle. With a motion of no confidence going before the House of Assembly, many supporters from both sides of the political divide gathered outside of Parliament to let their voices be heard. With voices echoing different challenges, perspectives and motives, Hot 7 News sought to give you a glimpse into the tensions that played out outside of Parliament.
The William Peter Boulevard was sectioned off by party supporters on January 29, 2019. On one side, wearing all yellow everything, ringing bells and chanting their leader's name were supporters of the United Workers' Party. On the other side, booing as various ministers showed up, decked out in red attire, and jeering at the other side were supporters of the St. Lucia Labour Party. Hot 7 News sought to get a real feel of the issues that each side had to present.
I think it's just a fun day today because it will not happen. They will talk, it will not happen, because we are very confident in our government. We just have to give him some time, let him do what he's doing. They're trying to tie his hands in everything he's doing. So I have full confidence in him. We cannot compare people. Everybody have their different way of working. You know, you work your style, everybody work different style. So it's when people out there, they will see everything they can do because they're out there. But when you put them on the inside, it's something different. Everybody work different. So I cannot compare and compete anybody.
It is good that our parliamentarians can set the example. We see what is happening internationally. We've seen what happened in Guyana. We've seen the debates. We've heard the debate in the UK. We've heard the debate in Guyana. But St. Lucia, remember, it is not today we have placed that motion on the table. So we have been given an opportunity today. I hope all parliamentarians, both sides, will speak and will echo the wishes of the people. Not their wishes, the wishes of the people. the pain of the people, the aspirations of the people, the dreams of our youth.
Look at the things Alan is doing. Alan is working at the interests of the people of St. Lucia and St. Lucia. Labour Party now have this phobia because of that project that is going on the south, that the DSH, how they call it. They figure that if that business come through to face reality, if it come through, Labour might not win not one seat down there. So they're trying at any means, any necessary, to remove the Prime Minister. But I think what they're doing there, it's unconstitutional. It is not constitutional. I surely believe that there's a section in the law that is saying only the members of cabinet that can move such a motion.
When the people vote for you, you have to represent them. And I can tell you, during my time in cabinet, when an issue came to the table, each person who represented a constituency would say to the Prime Minister, this will affect my people. This would not affect my people. How does Grosile see it? How does Babono see it? How does Castries East see it? We would speak in the cabinet on behalf of our constituents. And what I see happening in this country, I want to know where the ministers who are also parliamentarians who were voted in, I want to know where they stand.
I have a lot of confidence in my Prime Minister. Yeah, and he's the best Prime Minister for St. Lucia. So tell Philip J.P., ring the bell, say, step aside and let Alan do his work. There is no longer St. Lucia Labour Party. There is St. Lucia Useless Party.
Both sides presented various arguments about issues of misuse of funds, accountability, lack of transparency, and deliberate attempts at sabotaging the current government. While the supporters did not mince words, the parliamentarians took to Parliament to debate the very issues that their supporters brought up. Reporting for Hot 7 News,
Ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell.
Thank you, Solange. Opposition leader Philip J. Pierre says the fact that the no-confidence motion debate has been approved is essentially a win for the St. Lucia Labour Party. He says regardless of the outcome, the voice of the SLP has been heard.
Just by debating the vote of no confidence, by making our case, we have won.
The leader of the St. Lucia Labour Party, Philip J. Pierre, has expressed a winning attitude on Tuesday morning, shortly before the sitting of the House of Assembly, where he tabled his no-confidence motion against Prime Minister Alan Chastanet. According to Pierre, the motion, which was announced on November last year, as well as Tuesday's debate, is set to articulate the deep concerns, anxieties, and the feelings of hopelessness among large sections of the St. Lucian society about the uncaring and irresponsible manner that the business of this country is currently managed. Pierre said whether the motion is successful or not, it would not have been done in vain.
We're going to make our case. I can assure you, we're well prepared with a case that any right-thinking person, after they've heard our case, they'll understand why we believe that Alan Chastanet is bad for St. Lucia.
Since the announcement of the motion, the opposition leader has come under scrutiny for pulling the power move. In response to this, Pierre said, those opposing are simply afraid of the possible outcome.
They've been conflicted about most things. They're just scared, that's it. They're just basically afraid because they realize what will happen to you.
The opposition leader said if the motion turns out to be a success, the next step would be to prepare for the next general elections. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Minister for External Affairs Sarah Flood-Bobra is not backing down from the statement made about the government's stance on Venezuela. More in this report.
External Affairs Minister Sarah Flood-Bobra has continued to stand her ground on the decision taken to join the Lima Group and not recognize Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro as the country's legitimate leader. The MP said the last time she addressed the matter, she was pretty clear in articulating where they stood on the matter.
We did comment and express the view that the elections that elected President Maduro were illegitimate, and we explained the reasons why. But clearly there is an issue in Venezuela which cannot continue in the present way. And clearly what is important is for there to be elections which the people regard as free and democratic. That is the only thing, in our view, that will bring peace and calm to this situation that is untenable. And so that is what we continue to maintain, that we would like to see the region as a place of peace. We would like to see the democratic order restored. We would like the people of Venezuela's lives to be normalized as quickly as possible. But we've also maintained that that is a matter for the people of Venezuela to resolve.
Flood Bobra said the people of Venezuela need help in resolving their issues.
There is a Lima Group meeting that's coming up sometime next week in Toronto, which we will participate in. And of course, it's a question of understanding and seeing what is happening so that St. Lucia can determine what is its next step. I believe you would have known that CARICOM has issued a statement, a joint statement, although there is not a CARICOM consensus across the board, as you would well appreciate. But there are a number of issues that CARICOM is agreed upon, and for the most part, they are, as I stated, the need for the restoration of a democratic order, the importance of the people of Venezuela deciding their future, the principle of non-interference, and the importance of maintaining peace and security within the region.
She reiterated that she does not believe the relationship between St. Lucia and Venezuela will be affected.
We continue to maintain normal diplomatic relations with Venezuela. We recognize Venezuela as a friend. Our relations have not been strained. We've been very open and frank. And whatever decisions we've taken in good faith, in friendship. And that is what continues.
The MP said this is no longer just a regional issue, as it has attracted international attention, with countries and regions declaring their positions one way or another. St. Lucia, she said, remains part of the discussions. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. When we come back, Emma Hippolyte fires back at critics who say she is too old to run. And St. Lucia cops the award for the Caribbean's leading honeymoon destination. Stay with us, we'll be right back.